He got problems, she got problems. Only I got 411 problems. Say hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another story time, and welcome to I'm Cursed, y'all. So this follows up with the last story that I told y'all. Here, like this follows up with that story, and I told y'all that story was like here. The stories are kind of meshing, and that story was really kind of like setting the scene. It really wasn't nothing too much major, but if you know you a Christian and you a believer, and whoever you ain't gotta be a Christian, whoever your higher being is, you just gotta know what you know, and you know that God gonna come through for you, or whoever your higher being is, that they gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta trust when you in a bad situation. And I was in a bad situation. I ain't have no lights in the back, and I just needed God to watch over me, keep everybody from behind my car. You know what I'm saying? Till I get to where I needed to get, until the lights get fixed. All right. So lights got fixed, and now I'm in a Nissan Sentra. And at this point in time, like this is the car that I move up to the new city, because all that stuff had not happened with one of the leaders. At this point, Ty is around 3-4, and we are leaving. We're gone. We're out of here, and we're coming up to the new city. And so when we're in the new city, like I'm looking for a job, looking for stuff to do, looking for a job. Um, yeah, looking for a job, finally find something. And when I finally find something, like I'm in my own situation. Am I in my own situation? No, I'm staying with Gamer. And I'm back and forth with like a gifted situation. Like I would come, on the weekends, and we would do church or whatever. Like, but I was in my own situation. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, and at this point in time, me and my boyfriend, um, did I give him a name? I think I gave him a name in another story time. I just don't remember what I gave him. I think I called him Devon. Did I? Or was that the white boy? Hold on. Seems like I told y'all the story time, but I just don't know where it is. Cause seemed like it was like I had told y'all the story time about how he was showing up because it was like after the baby. Seemed like I told that story time because I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like the baby jacked me. Talking about me losing the baby had jacked me up. And I don't remember what I named that story time. And I don't remember what I named him. Dang, I could have sworn I had told a story. I gotta look. Anyway, so I want to give him a name? I'm just call him baby daddy. So at this point in time, me and my baby daddy are like literally are we on the outs? We kind of back and forth. We kind of back and forth. And that, I won't say that's the problem. That's just me. Like, if I like you, I like you. And I have to get tired to where it's like enough and I don't want to deal with you no more. Like, for real. Like, I could just shut it off, walk away. And if truth be told, sometimes even with me shutting it off, walk away, it don't be done. But it's easier for me to deal with it that way. Instead of me like crashing out or whatever, it's like, let me just walk away from the situation. Even though I may still have feelings, even though I may still want to talk to them, there's times where it's like, I miss them, let me hit them up. And then it would be times where I would hit Eric up and be like, I'm texting you, so I won't text them. Cause like I will miss, what I'm saying, whoever I'm dealing with. Cause Erica has been around for baby daddy and quite a few but baby daddy has been there for a long time. She really thought like I wasn't gonna let baby daddy go either. Like Erica is always, she was like, I'm always shocked when you completely let people go, because I be like, you're not gonna let them go. Cause I always like I go back. Cause if I like you, I like you. Like I'm gonna go back. It's gonna be a back and forward topsy turvy type situation. So anyway, so it was like me and baby daddy is literally kind of back and forth in this situation. And because as I told y'all, like we would be good, everything would be flowing for 6 months, and then the next 6 months is like you disappear. And it's like it had got to the point where that was starting to weigh on me, and it was getting on my nerves, because I was like, something's up, something not adding up. I haven't put my finger on it yet, so I'm not adding up though, right? It's gonna come into play. Something not adding up. And so I was like, yeah, something gotta give. Something gotta give. I don't know what, but something gotta give. So at this point in time, it's like I'm trying to deal with that, because I won't say he was like a rebound, but I was like, I wasn't dating because I had just went through all of that BS with one of the leaders. And so it was like, and he knew about that. And so he was like, it's all good. Like, I'm not, of course, the main people like, I'm not gonna do you like that, and they end up doing you like that. Right. But I'm not gonna front, he was good with Tyler. Like Tyler was calling him dad. Like real talk. Tyler was calling him dad. And so, which was well deserved because he was showing up, he was pulling up. And there were the times when he would pull up, like he would spend time with Tyler. Like it would just specifically be about Tyler. Like I can be in the room minding my business and they in Tyler's room playing, talking, doing their own type situation. Real talk. And when Ty was like, started calling, he was like, Ty had asked me, can I call him dad? And I was like, whoa, that's something you and him had to discuss. And I had, told him about it. And so when he came, he was like, well, babe, I'm going to the room and talk to him and we gonna, figure it out. And so he had agreed. So anytime when he showed up, Ty would be like, Ty, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Ty would be like, Dad, Dad's here, Dad's at the door. Literally, real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So yeah, so it was like we was kind of back and forth with it, and so it was like at this point, like I don't ever tell Tyler or make Tyler make a decision or decide when it comes down to anybody that I'm messing with or that I'm dating. And I don't even if it's like I'm dating or chilling or messing with somebody, like you don't just up and meet my son. Like the security guard I was dating after my baby daddy, Ty never met him. Ty didn't even know that man exists until he was listening to the story times. And Ty was like, well, who was that? Yeah, like I don't bring people in and out of my kids' life like that. Literally, you be somewhere else. I'm a mother first, and I'm a bad bitch right after. My kid don't know nothing. Like it's a lot of things my kid don't know, and I keep him away from because you ain't supposed to know. You ain't supposed to meet every dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how this is gonna flow. Even though I know Steve be like, let me meet your kid. Nah, baby, nah. Because if it's a little fun situation, he ain't meeting my kid. The hell. Anyway, so yeah, so like we was on the back and forth type situation. And so at this point in time, like I'm not even putting two to two together. I should tell this other story time first. Maybe where it'll make sense. No. This is how it's flowing. So at this point in time, like everything is going good. I'm working, I'm driving, I'm chilling, I'm minding my business minding me. So I had paid attention to and at this point in time I'm in school. I had finished school. Hold on, y'all. No, at this point in time, I had lost my place. So the place that my baby daddy was coming to, I had lost my place. I had moved out. My mom had already moved me out. From the story time when I was talking about the missing child. That story time where ghetto girl was my neighbor and all that stuff. I had already moved out because I had left my job. The job with me, that's where I met Erica at, and how me and Erica became close. I had left. And that's in the billing office blues. I had left, was done, because I was sick and tired of the white bitches. It seems like everywhere I go, it's always a white bitch doing the same ish. Like you feel like you can control me. You going above and beyond. You doing passive aggressive bullshit. It's always a white bitch. It's always a white bitch. It was literally a couple of them there in that store, in that playlist. It's the white bitches. And it ain't all of them, but some of y'all gotta get a bad name, just like we all of us get a bad name for the bad ones, as y'all call them. Y'all gonna get a bad name for the bad ones. Cause goddamn, leave me alone. Like what the fuck? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You do not need validation from me. Leave me the fuck alone. Anyway. Yeah, so I was tired. I was done. And I ended up like quitting. I was like, y'all can have it. Because I was in school. It's like I'm coming to work and I'm being frustrated at work. And then that's rolling over me being frustrated at school. And I only had a month left in school anyway. So I was sleeping in my car. Yes. So I was sleeping in my car. And so at this one time, like I'm driving back and forth. And I'm going home on the weekend because my mama took Ty. And as I told y'all, I don't know which story time it was. I remember Ty's face. When Ty got in my mama's car and I was like, you gotta go with my mama because we had cleared out my apartment and everything because I only had a month to finish school. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at this point in time, like I would go hang out at Gifted's place because Gifted still had her apartment. Is she? Yes. Gifted haven't moved yet from the apartment where I met my baby daddy at. So she's still at the apartment. She's still at that apartment. So I would be back and forth with that too, like over there too. So, yeah, so like I'm just literally like sleeping in my car, chilling in my car, doing school, chilling and everything or whatever. This is before I got the other car. Yes. So here's why I feel like I'm cursed, y'all. So all of a sudden, out of the blue, my car starts. It would be out of the blue. It would start doing like this, like this rev, and I couldn't go. Like I would be mashing the gas, and I could be on the highway, y'all. I could be on the highway. I could be anywhere out of the blue. Like it'll start. And I'm trying to push the gas, and the car not going. It's slowing down. In the highway, in the middle of the road, it didn't matter. And then it was sporadic. I'll never know when it's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on. It's literally like I'm just pushing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Cause my kid in the car or gifted in the car. And so she's like, what's going on? I was like, girl, I don't know. And so like I'm pushing on the gas. And I'll figure out a way and pull over, you know what I'm saying? And then sit there. And I'll sit there for a while and I'm trying to crank up the car don't crank up. It's going, or if it does crank up, it's going on. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And at this point in time, like I am stressed out because my kid is with my mama. I'm trying to finish school. I'm sleeping in my car to finish school. And I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is not something that I need right now. Cause now here comes something else. Here comes something else on my plate, Jesus. Here comes something else. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like the shoulders. Take me out of the game, coach, because the sis is tired. I'm tired. Take me out of the game. Like what is it? What is it? I was like, at this point, I'm cursed. At this point, I'm cursed. And I'm adding all the stuff I had done been through from my childhood, from being sexually assaulted, from being sexually assaulted twice by friends, and like the stuff with one of the leaders. Here come like my kid born with a birth defect, and I got to deal with all that. It's like I'm tired. Tap me out. Like I done dealt with the car situation with Saturn. Now this car brand new. Car brand new. Car brand new. Listen to my mama this time. This car brand new. I shouldn't be having no problems. Why do I have problems, Jesus? What is going on? It took me a long time to finally get a job. It took me a long time to figure this stuff out. And I had to leave the job because I'm dealing with white bitches. Because here come the white bitches who keep bothering me because you want me to be your friend and I don't want to be your friend. So now you going to tell managers and bosses that, oh, she's not talking to me. She got an attitude. And so you making it where my boss is coming to write me up because you want me to talk to you. And then if I'm not talking to you, you want to be close with the managers, even with you still being close with the managers, because it's a power play and it's a control thing and it's a race thing. Now you still bothering me, even though I'm not saying anything to you. You're still going to my managers and saying I have this attitude. White bitches. Yeah. Didn't that just happen with that coach, with that girl? Even though that was your little your little side piece, she lied and said you was stalking, and now you lost your job, and then come to find out that the police, white police, I'm pretty sure, hid evidence, and then you was lying about that man stalking you. You was a willing participant. Mm-hmm. White bitch. Anyway, so it was like all of this stuff is at this point. I feel like I'm cursed. I'm cursed at this point. I'm cursed. And so Gifted was like, girl, stop saying that. And I was like, you're not in it. You're not in it. While you was going through your stuff, while you was going through the setup, while you was going through all that stuff, I was listening. I was listening to you vent. And you was like, God, what's going on? Because you had just had surgery. You had lost your job. You had just got a job. You just got the money coming in. You felt like you was cursed. Did I say anything? Exactly. So it's easy for you to be like, girl, you're not cursed. Stop saying that. Because you not made it to the other side. I'm still sitting in this valley that has been sitting in this valley for a long time. Seems like I got a bitch in this piece. I just want peace. Leave me alone. I'm tired. I've been fighting since I was 3. I just want peace, bruh. That's it. So I'm frustrated, tears rolling down my face. And I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. So I was like, let me call my mama. because calling her name. So I called her and I was like, the car. And so she was like, I know. And she didn't say it like the new saying, because I'm literally about to say, I know you fucking lying. She didn't say that, but that's literally, she was like, I know you not calling to tell me something is wrong with the car. Yeah. And I was like, all of a sudden, out of the blue, like I can match the gas and it's not doing nothing. When I crank it up, it makes this noise. It makes this sound. So she was like, well, crank it up. Let me hear it. Y'all, crank up the car and the car crank up, run it fine. She was like, well, I don't hear no noise, Angel. Gifted said, because I keep telling y'all, if I don't have somebody with me or if I'm not recording it, y'all wouldn't believe me. Y'all wouldn't believe me. Literally, the stuff that I go through. So I was like, I promise you, like this car was making noise and I couldn't go nowhere. So Gifted was like, she not lying, because literally I was sitting in here and we couldn't, like it was slowing down and stopping in the middle of the road and we had to pull over. And so she was like, well, if I can't, you know what I'm saying? If it's not doing it, I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, sorry to bother you or whatever. She's like, you're not bothering me. She was like, if it happened again, let me know. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there. Gifted was like, get yourself together. Took a deep breath. We drive. Car act like nothing happened. It had ever happened. It had ever happened. Car just going smooth. Like nothing had happened. So maneuvering, like literally like nothing had happened. And I was saying maybe like 2 to 3 weeks later, out of the blue, car started doing it again. And I'm trying to push. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm trying to push the car so I could get to a stopping point and get out of the street, because when it started doing that, the car don't move and I can't be in the middle of the road, right? So I'm hustling, busting, trying to pull into a parking space, pull into a parking space, and I'm sitting there. Me slow down because I'm getting frustrated, reliving this ish. Pull into a parking space in the parking lot, and I'm sitting there. So Ty with me, it's just me and Ty. And he's like, why are we sitting here? Kids, toddler. Why are we sitting? No, he's not with me. Is he with me? No. It's just me. Because Ty's at my mama's house. Or is he with me? Think. Mm-mm. I think it's just me. And why do I feel like it was somebody in the back seat with me? It wasn't Ty. It was Gifted's little brother. And it Gifted is in the car with me. And so she was like, and I was like, I know. And so the little boy, who is younger than Ty, he was like, why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here? And so I was like, you going to stores or whatever. I was like, cause it's gonna be a minute. And so I'm called, like, before I turn the car off, I called my mama so she can hear it. And so she was like, I don't know why it sound like that. And so she was like, hold on. So at this point in time, she called my Uncle Melvin. And so when she called my Uncle Melvin, because as I told you, well, I don't know when I told y'all, but I told y'all, like, and the car was talking to my auntie, how they can fix stuff. Like in each brother, it seems like they can fix stuff. Like, oh, you can't fix the washing machine. Now let me go get Luther. Luther can fix the washing machine. Let me go get Uncle Herbert. Uncle Herbert can fix the washing machine. And if he can't fix the washing machine, let me go get Uncle Melvin. Uncle Melvin can work on this tractor and he can fit, like, literally. Oh, my granddaddy, literally good with his hands, as y'all heard in that call. So she called Uncle Melvin on 3-way. Called him, and so he was listening. He was like, I don't know what it is. And he was like, and especially with us not being there and not seeing it, he was like, I don't know, but it's something, but I don't know. He was like, but what's happening? I was like, it just comes out of the blue and the car won't go. Like, I have to, pull over because the car won't go. It will stop dead in the street. And I was like, so I have to pull over. And I was like, and then after I pull over and sit for a while, we crank it up and it act like nothing happened. And so he was like, I don't even know what that is, baby. He's like, without me being there, without me seeing it, I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. And so my mom was like, well, at least you let me, you called and let me hear it this time. So we can try to figure out what's going on. And so she was like, well, I'll call Nissan and see if Nissan know what's going on. But calling Nissan, of course, if they can't see it, they can't hear it. They don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, we'll have to see it or hear it. So we sat there. I was like, let's give it a good 30 minutes. Well, 20 was at the most. So with 20, car cranked up. I was like, all right, do what we need to do and go. And go park the car. And so she was like, girl, what you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know. So lo and behold, I'm in. Did we finish school? Yes. At this point in time, yes. I had already finished school and I graduated school. So now they had found me a job at a dermatology practice. My first job right out of school was at a dermatologist practice. And so after they had found me the job or whatever, like I'm going home on the weekends because my kid is with my mama. And then at this point in time, like my mom had already said like she had took a wrong turn, but she was telling us it was like menopause. So nothing is really kind of like standing out at this point in time. We just thinking like her memory issues and the things that she's going through is like menopause, because they was calling it brain fog, right? And at this point in time, we was thinking like she was talking to her PCP, and the whole time that was her therapist, not her PCP. And her job had sent her to the therapist because she had started messing up at work. And we didn't know any of that at this point in time. So I'm, coming down on the weekend. At this point in time, like one of my classmates who I was in school with at for medical assistant, she had a baby, and I fell in love with her. I absolutely fell in love with her. And so with me falling in love with her, like I was like, girl, she was like, this your god baby, come get your baby, because the baby was very selective. Like she really only wanted her mama most of the time. And so, but she would come to me. And I was holding her like when we were graduating, I was holding her like standing outside, because if she went on the inside where her mama was, because there was so many people, she was hot and she would start crying. So I was standing with her in the hallway, like literally chilling. She was holding on to me. It was nothing. And so she was like, girl, get your baby. So I was like, this is my god baby. Absolutely love babies. And so I was like, I'm going to take her home with me for the weekend. She was like, okay. So I took her, like, got her. We in the car. So when we in the car, she crying. I'm like, girl, crying the whole way. I end up like having to pull over. And long as I was holding her in my arms, she was fine. I literally got stopped right before I get to, I would say, the bridge in my hometown. Like I was in my hometown, like in the county, but right before I got to the bridge, literally got stopped. And so like I jumped up because I already had her in my arms. So I jumped up, made it look like with him looking in my car, like I got the baby out the car seat. So it's literally like I jumped up and put the baby in my car seat. And so he came and looked. And so he was like, why did you take out the car seat? And I was like, she was crying. And so he was like, you was speeding going around this curve. And I was like, I'm from here, because he looked at my license. And of course, my license don't say my hometown. I was like, I'm from here. I grew up here. And I was like, I've never had a problem with being around this curve. And I was like, but maybe y'all have changed the rules since I left, since I don't live here full time anymore. And so he was like, you're from here? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, Janie's my mom. As I told y'all, my mom named Carrie Wait. And so he was like, Janie is your mom? And I was like, yeah. And so he was like, and I was like, you could just run the insurance, because the car was in her name. And so that's what he did. He came back. He was like, okay, like slow it down or whatever. He was like, you need to put the baby back in the car seat. And I was like, okay, I will. So I waited till he pulled off. And once he pulled off, I pulled up. I was like, I'm almost to the house. I'm not about to hear this crying. So she was still in my arm. We made it to mama's house. And I got out, and, mama was ecstatic. Mama loved babies too. So she saw the baby and was pulling like, oh my God, pulling her. I can say her name. Not saying nothing crazy. Y'all don't know. No. Anyway, and so I got there because, like I told you, like I go there on the weekends or whatever. So I'm there, and because at this point in time, Ty had been with my mama for a while, so he got his own routine there anyway. But I was like, he had been asking for like a sibling. He was like, I want a sister, I want a brother, I want. He was really asking for a sister, and I was like, he like, because the baby was crying. I was like, you not gonna help me with the baby? He's like, see you later, ma. He stayed enough time to take pictures with the baby. Took pictures with the baby. After he took pictures with the baby, he left. Child, he was like, bye. You was talking about you want a sibling, you ain't gonna help. He left. So my mom basically would play with the baby. She would come get the baby anytime she cried, baby. She was playing with the baby because she was spoiled. She was spoiled. But I absolutely understood why she was spoiled because she was so beautiful. So like I got it. You know what I'm saying? I understood. So it come up to like Sunday, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. And I gotta go back. So I can go to work basically. And I at this point in time, like I'm sleeping in my car. So there's like covers and stuff in the back. And so her mama had asked, she was like, girl, and I was like, it's cool. Like, I'm gonna be at my mama's house. Like, I'll call you from my mama's house. I'll let you listen to her, let you talk to her, whatever. Like, I promise you, like, it's all good. So I call her and tell her, like, girl, we leaving. So when we leave, I'm like, literally, y'all, because that drive for me to get from where I live now to my hometown is literally like 5.5, 6 hours. So I'm literally like 2 hours, I would say 2.5 hours in. I'm on the highway, my car. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So I'm pulling over because the car don't go. So I'm pulling over, pull over, got on the side of the interstate, and I'm sitting there. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, the car did it again. And so she was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I was like, right. And so she was like, I don't know, Angel. I don't know. She was like, well, let me go get Uncle Melvin and get Uncle Melvin that we'll be on the way. They literally came 2.5 hours, drove to me. And when they got there, y'all, like, cause I had been sitting there. When they got there, I'm sitting there with the baby crying. I done put her back to sleep, done changed her diaper and all that stuff. I'm frustrated. I had done cried. I had done took a nap because I had to wait for them to come. When they get there, the car, they looking at everything, looking at stuff because the car won't crank. But it's making the noise, but it's like they don't know. They trying to figure it out or whatever. So mama was like, let me take your car and you know what I'm saying, you take my car. And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And so she was like, no, let me take your car and you take my car. And so I was like, okay. So she was like, that way you don't have to worry about none of that. You don't have to worry about any of that. Like if it happened with me, like I'll be down here. Like if it happened with me, it's down here with me, and I could just go ahead and take it to Nissan because the car was in her name. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I had to call y'all back. Y'all see in the vlog. Ooh, I can't move because the lighting. To get this lighting together because it's so dark outside. Like the weather is so bad, y'all. Like you will see in the vlog what I went through. The weather was so bad. And so now they're saying it's a possibility of snow. So anyway. So my mama was like, so leave your car here and you take my car. Now, mind you, it wasn't me and my mom had the same car. The difference between me and my mom's car was my car was a little bit bigger. I wasn't fishbowling it. She was fishbowling. I had tent. And then at this point in time, I'm sleeping in my car. So I need the tent. You fishbowling it so people can see me sleeping in the car. And but I understand what she was saying because what she was saying was if you leave the car here with me, that way if it started doing whatever you saying that it's doing, because every time you say it's doing something, we pull up, nothing is happening, the car crank up and it's fine. So if it started doing what you say it's doing, I can take it, I'm close to the place where we bought it from, and they can fix the car, right? So I was like, okay, cool. So she was like, and it's only gonna be for a week. She was like, in between that time, like it should happen. But I'm thinking like I move more than my mama moved, basically. So it's like, girl, it's probably not nothing. It's probably gonna happen, and it'll be my luck. Nothing's gonna happen. Like it's gonna flow just fine. And that's what happened. It flowed just fine. Nothing was wrong. Nothing happened. She was like, girl, nothing happened. The car cranked up. It rides smooth. I had no problems. No problems. And I figured that was gonna happen because you don't really go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And in my hometown is country, so it's slow. Like I'm on the interstate, I'm in the back roads. Like the way that I move when I'm up here is completely different from how I move from how you move down there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like slow pace. Up here, I'm moving and grooving and hipping and hipping and hipping and diving. So it was like I expected it. Yeah, I expected it. Like literally, I was like, anytime that I have something to say or I'm looking, I'm complaining about something or I'm feeling some type of way, I always look crazy. People be like, you over exaggerating. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't expected it. So I, came down as my usual because what I would do was come down on Friday night and leave late Sunday or early Sunday morning, depending on what I had going on Sunday midday. So this particular time, like I'm kind of I'm kind of exhausted. I'm kind of exhausted because of the driving back and forth and then all the stuff that's falling on me. And I just want to finish school. Like I just want stuff to just fall into place for once. Like for once, please, can stuff just fall into place for me? YouTube, I got on a shirt. I don't want me fix that because when you top heavy, I keep telling y'all this is like the plumber's crack. You know how the plumbers they always say you see they butt crack. You top heavy, you see this crack all the time. Anyway, so it's like it's whatever. So I had waited like midday and had transferred everything out of her car into my car. And I was like, at this point, it's whatever. Like I'm over it. I'm over it. Y'all, when I cranked up my car, it started doing the noise. And I sat there and I cried because it was like I'm finally being validated. So I got out of the car. I did not cut the car off. Got out of the car, went in the house. I was like, "Mama, Mama, it's doing it. It's doing it." So she came outside and she said, "Oh my God." And she heard it. And so my cousin next door, who stayed next door to my mama at the time, she came too. And so she came and so she was listening. She was like, that sounds like your gas line. That's something like with the gas line, like something like gas is not getting to the engine. Cause like she got in the car and she trying to, rev and she was like, your RPM, like it's not moving. She was like, it's something with the gas line. And so I told my mama, I was like, record it on your phone. So when you take it to Nissan, like they can see what's going on. Cause once you turn the car off and you let it sit, it's not gonna do it again. And so she was like, okay, so we, lifting up the hood, recording everything. So, like they can see what's going on, like recording the tailpipe, we recording everything. And so she was like, okay, so take my car again. I'm gonna keep your car and then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take it to Nissan tomorrow and show them all the videos. And so, cause she had been up there before saying like something's wrong with the car. They look over the car and it was like, we can't find nothing. So I left, came, I left, went up and I was like, I felt some kind of release because while I'm sitting there in the car while I was doing it, and I was like, I told you I'm cursed. I told you I'm cursed. I told you I'm cursed. And so she was like, stop saying that. Stop saying that. You stop saying that. You speaking that over your life. And I was like, do you not see the stuff that's happening to me? And I was like, finally proof. Like y'all thought I was crazy, but finally like the proof showed up. And so and I'm crying and all this time. My cousin was rubbing my back and stuff. And so she was like, it's okay. Cause she called me Mickey Mouse. She was like, it's okay, Mickey Mouse. It's okay. It's okay. So I left, went, came back up to the city to finish because at this point in time, like I'm doing my extern, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm working already. I'm already working. I told you I'm already working. Yeah, so I'm already working. Yeah. Yeah. Because we had already graduated, so I'm already working. And so I'm working, and then waiting for the phone call so I could get my car back. Because as I said, my mama fishbowling, and then I'm excited to find out like what it was, like what's going on, why my car doing that. And so my mama took it to Nissan. And so when she had pulled up, they had seen her before, and they was like, Miss Holmes, it's nothing wrong with your car. Everything is, nothing's wrong with that car. It's a brand new car, because it was a brand new car off the lot. And every time you bring it up here and you say something's wrong with it, or you call, we don't find anything. And so my mama was like, I have video. And so she showed the video to one of the mechanics, and he took it to another mechanic. And so he came, he said, you know what, Miss Holmes, he's like, you a good customer. He's like, I'm going to find out what's wrong with your car. He's like, I'm going to figure it out. He's like, she was like, this is not my car. This is my daughter's car. And my daughter travels all the time back and forth from the city she lives in to here every weekend. And every time you turn around, my daughter is calling me saying something's wrong with the car. And I didn't believe her in the beginning. And when it finally happened, my daughter, like, she was like, I can't, you couldn't drive, you couldn't push the gas. Imagine, I said, this is happening to her on the highway. So I need y'all to figure out what's going on with my daughter's car, or we gonna get another car. So, so he was like, just bear with me, just leave the car with me. I'm gonna figure it out. And so she was like, okay. So, because my cousin, is not too far, so she's able to call somebody, plenty of people to come pick her up. Like, it's easy for her than it was for me, as she said. So they had picked her up, and so she was like, it's fine. Like, I ain't really going nowhere, because at this point in time, like, she's on leave. And so, yeah. So he was like, you leave the car with me. I'm gonna figure it out. And so I would say, like, she left the car Monday, so let's say Thursday morning, he called her and asked her to come to the dealership. So she said when she got to the dealership, he said, Miss Holmes, I found out what's going on with your car. And so she was like, well, what's going on with the car? And so it's not again like, so he was like, I want to show you. She said he brought my gas tank, and he said, I don't know where your daughter is going, or what she got, where she going to get her gas, or something else is going on, but her gas tank is full of sand. It's full of sand. And he said the reason why her car is stalling like that is because the gas can't get through the sand. He said her gas tank is full. He's like, I took her whole gas tank off. This is her gas tank. It's full of sand. It's full of sand. So I don't know if it's the gas where she going, and they got, it's full of sand. Like, it's not a good gas. It's not a place to get gas, a good place to get gas, or something else is going on. Her car, like, her tank is full of sand. And so when she told me that, she was like, where you going to get gas? And I was like, Chevron. Because at this point in time, like, I was using Chevron with the Saturn. And so the place that I was going, Chevron would have been good to my Hyundai Accent. So I was like, Chevron, I've been using Chevron since I had the Accent. And I was like, and I've had no problem with the Saturn or with this car. Like, I had no problem. No problem. And so she was like, And I was like, so I don't know. So she was like, well, either it's your gas tank or it's something else going on. I ain't put two and two together until later. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life. And I'll see you in the next one. And that is the story time of I'm cursed. It's going to make sense. It's going to make sense. Yeah. They showing the clip of Tiana and how she had that man in the headlock. And when I saw it, I was like, girl, that man was uncomfortable. He was like, you got to kill me. Anyway.